What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. You already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops, and you're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You are in the right place, man. I got a story to tell. You saw the title, man. I went out on a date this past Saturday. Yeah, this past Saturday. And so what I wanted to do was to give you my perspective, my experience, what happened, and how this whole thing came about. So let's go back 3 or 4 months ago. I'm hanging out with one of my friends. We're in this place in downtown Tampa, just having a good time and just relaxed, chilling. And there were these females not too far from us, right? So it was like a group of 3, and they asked a question about, the menu, if we had ever been there before, and that kind of got the whole conversation between all of us going. And so it was just a little back and forth throughout the night. And as the night was winding down, me and my homie was getting ready to bounce. Old girl came up to me and she was like, do you mind if I have your phone number? I'm like, cool. So I just gave her my number, man. And I wasn't expecting, I just gave it to her, bro. And I'm out of there, right? And I didn't hear from this girl for like 3 or 4 months, or until this past Saturday, right? So I don't really know anything about her other than the fact that she is a beautiful woman. She's a 10, right? She's a 10. But that's all I had to go off of. I didn't have an Instagram. I couldn't gather what type of person she was from my interaction at this particular spot. So anyways, man, I'm at work, man. I'm chilling. I'm doing my own thing. I'm minding my own business, making money, man. Typical Saturday for me. And I get this text, and I'm going to read you guys the text. So I get this text, and she says, "Hey, how are you? I don't know what your situation is, if you're seeing anyone or not, but I'm hitting up that spot in Tampa called Eden later. Have you ever been? Want to meet me there?" She gets straight to the point. Like, when I first got the text message, I'm like, I just got spammed. You feel me? And so after I looked at it, and I was like, okay, this old shorty from a few months ago. And when I tell you, I'm shocked because I don't forgot about this chick. You feel me? And for the first couple of hours, I didn't respond to the text because I didn't really know what to say, because she asked me 3 or 4 questions in one. And I didn't want to answer all those questions in a text. So when I did finally respond, I was just like, "Hey, what's up? How you been?" And, so we started conversating. And so I didn't really think anything of it, man. I finished our work for the day. I came back to the crib. I'm chilling, watching college football, getting ready for Colorado and Colorado State. That game was crazy. It was an epic game. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for the Buffs. And I get a phone call around 8 o'clock. She calls me, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm just at the crib chilling." You know what I'm saying? She's like, "You got any plans tonight?" I'm like, "Nah, not really. What's up?" So she was like, "You want to meet me at this spot?" And I'm like, "Listen, Eden really not my vibe. I ain't going there. But if you want to go somewhere else, you know what I mean, that's a little chill, I'm down for that." She was like, "Cool." So I told her, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to call you back. So I get off the phone with her. I'm kind of thinking where we could go. As I'm doing that, she texts me "You can meet me here." Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll meet you there in 20 minutes. Okay. Now, mind you, the whole day I'm trying to think do I want to go hang out with this person from when she actually sent me the text? Because I'm always on alert. As a man, you have to be on alert. And I'm trying to figure out if this is a setup from Satan to get me to fall into some type of sin, you know what I mean, to get me to going back into my old ways and whatnot. I don't know, right? So I am really thinking this through. Okay. But I ended up just going on the date, right? So I met her at the spot, and When I get there, I go into the venue and I'm looking for her, and she finally comes up and she like, I see her and I'm like, oh, okay, I embrace her. I hug her. We start talking. We go sit down. She asked me if I wanted anything to drink. I'm like, nah. And she's like, you don't drink? I'm like, nah, I quit drinking about a year ago, whatever. And she's like, oh, that's really cool. She's like, any particular reason why you stopped drinking? I was like, you know what? I was just doing the most. You feel me? I was just doing the most. So I felt like cutting it back. I cut it back. So I just stopped cold turkey. I don't drink. You feel me? And so she's having her little drink. She's enjoying herself. We start to conversate. Now, I have to say, as a man, and you guys know this, we're always trying to find a way to eliminate a female. We're always trying to find a way to eliminate a female if we're actually, if we actually know what we want, right? If a man knows exactly what he wants, he begins to eliminate a female right away, right? She can't be wifey. She can only be this, and this, or this, right? I'm trying to eliminate this girl, right? So she has this dress on, man. And when I tell you the beast things were out, she had them out, and she didn't have a bra on or anything. So like her dress was like this satin type dress, and it was wrapped around her body, and the nipples poking through, breasts are exposed. She's looking good, right? But at the same time, disgusting. If that makes any sense. Like anybody else in that place, whoever saw her, they're like, you know what I'm saying? She right. That's the vibes that she was getting, right? Like if you look at her, you're gonna be like, dang, okay. You feel me? But for me, it hits me a different way. I understand the beauty can't be denied, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't like the way she's presenting herself to me. You feel me? I'm a king, dog. I'm a king, and when you a king, you can't present yourself to me in a whorish, prostitutish type way. You feel me? And I just thought she was too revealing. It was nothing really sacred about her presentation. Anyways, I'm just mentally checking all these different boxes, right? So we begin to conversating. We're having we're talking about this, we're talking about that, talking about what she does, talking about what I do. And, we're having a decent conversation. She was there with her friend. So she introduced me to her friend, and then her friend bounced, and then it was just me and her, and we were talking. This chick, bro, begins to touch my leg. She's touching my leg. She's talking, hair, neck going back, laughing at everything I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So she's touching my leg repeatedly. I got a little iffy about that because I don't really like people touching me like that, because I started thinking about transferring the spirit. So as she's touching me, man, I'm praying little things in my head. You feel me? She can't pick up on this, though. The whole time, she can't pick up on this, right? So we still conversating. Everything is going normal, right? But I'm eliminating based off of the things that I see. And as we get closer and closer to the end of the night, as it's winding down, she asked me that question. And you guys know what question I'm talking about. When the first date is going really well, at least from her vantage point, it's going really well. She asked me that question. And the question is, when am I going to see you again? And then she said, or am I going to see you again? And I'm like, oh yeah, man, man, I had a good time, man. Yeah, we can hang out again. In the back of my mind, like, not a chance. That's what I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, not a chance. But I'm just saying and doing whatever just to get out of this situation smoothly. You feel me? And so I get out of this situation, and I can't do this video. I get out of this situation, man. And well, I didn't get out of the situation. What I'm trying to get out of the situation, right? So she says to me on our second date, or she's like, when we meet up again, she said I should come to her house and that she would cook for me. And so I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's not gonna happen. I'm not going to your house and you're not gonna cook for me. You feel what I'm saying? And you guys gotta be leery of any woman trying to cook for you, because I've seen videos of women taking off their panties and sticking them in the food that they're cooking, and they're preparing it for a man, and they're doing incantations, all kind of witchcraft over this food, and then they present this food to the man, and the man eats it, right? And he's overtaken by demons, lust, passions, and now he has uncontrollable desires for this particular person. So I don't eat food for women. That's just not what I do, dog. I'm not gonna eat your food. If we gonna have a dinner or anything like that, we're going to the restaurant, bro, and the chef gonna make that, you feel me? And we're gonna get down like that. But you are not gonna prepare a meal for me. That's not gonna happen, especially spaghetti. You feel me? Because they take the little period blood, dump it in the spaghetti. You feel me? And then when you do that, it's night time, bro. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. But here's what you got to understand about the situation that I was involved with. This date is that I had a God's eye view. I didn't go into this situation thinking, how long is it going to take me to blow her back out? Because I'm telling you right now, I could have blew her back out that same night. She gave me all the vibes that it was mine, right? And I get it. I'm an overwhelming individual. I'm just being honest. Like when I meet with females, that's just what it is, bro. You feel me? That's just what's gonna happen. Like they say, oh, I'm never like this around anybody else. I believe them because I'm not like everybody else. I'm a king, man, and I feel like that, and not in an arrogant type of way. Number one, Revelation says we're kings and queens of the Most High. You feel me? And I have a confidence about myself and my faith in God and the faith in the abilities that He has given me. I feel that. So she's like, you should come over and I'll make you dinner. I'm like, nah. I'm like, in my mind, I'm telling her like, oh yeah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so I'm walking her out. We're leaving. She asked me where we park. I park on the opposite side, so I walk her to her car. As I'm walking her to her car, as we get to her car, we begin to embrace each other with a hug. And as she's coming in to hug me, I can tell her head tilts back. She wants me to kiss her. I curved her, dog. I ain't trying to kiss you, big dog. I ain't trying to kiss you. I don't know what's on your lips. You feel me? I ain't trying to kiss you. Right? You already gave me some red flags. I ain't even gonna kiss you like that. You feel me? It's just because this is too easy. You feel me? So I just hug her, couple pats on the back. Get in your car. Thank you for reaching out to me. It was great. It was fun catching up. You know what I'm saying? And I was out of there. And I'm going to tell you something, man. I was relieved to be out of there, but I knew from going on the date that the curiosity that I had about this particular individual, I didn't have the curiosity anymore because she gave me all the information that I needed to be able to eliminate her. She gave me everything I needed to know to eliminate her. But at the same time, it was cool to be able to get out the house, go mingle with some new people, a new female, get some male conversation going on, kind of see where her mind was at, see where her perspective was at. And to be honest, man, it's real sad because for her, it's because she doesn't know that I eliminated her within like the first 2 minutes. Eliminated. Right? And it has the night kept going. She really turned me off when she invited me to her house. This is your sacred place. Your home is that's your sacred place. Like, you got to be special to be able to come to my home. Like, to just invite me to your home, to invite me to your sacred place. Like, you really don't have any respect for yourself. You feel me? Like, you don't reverence the space that you live in. Right? So she doesn't know that I'm taking notes of all it. And this is how men do things. And I don't think women understand this. This is how men process information. It could be the smallest thing that takes you from potentially being wifey to being, you're just a bottle cap, something to be removed, or a piece of lint. You know, it's nothing. Right? So it's important that we have a God's eye view of, a God's eye view when it comes to our interactions and our dealings with women. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, I came a long way, because every other date I went on, girls, it's always a game. And the game is get in as fast as you can and get on to the next. That's the game. That was the game, right? But I've been redeemed. And when I interact with a female, I'm trying to see if this person can actually help me grow as a man. Can we grow together? Can she pray for me? And will God hear her prayers? I don't want a woman who can't. If you can't pray with me, if you can't get into the spiritual realms, if you don't have any spiritual authority, if God is not on your side, we can't connect. That's just what it is, man. Regardless of the beauty, we can't connect. I don't want to be a casualty. I don't want to be a casualty like Samson. I don't want to be a casualty like David. I don't want to be a casualty like every other man of renown in scriptures, right? Not that we haven't fallen into these transgressions, but once we get the understanding, we don't want to go back to that. I don't want to have to repent to God for doing something stupid. I don't want to do that, bro. I don't want to do that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I wanted to share this experience with you. Let you guys know I am human. I do interact with the opposite sex. But it's from a God's eye view. And I don't go out on dates a lot. But this particular time I felt I wanted to do this. So I went out and did this. But it was more so to see what type of woman this was. I figured it out pretty quickly. And to see the perspective. I wanted to see the perspective. And I also wanted to share this content with you. I knew it would be a great video to be able to share this with you. So here it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. Peace.